Hello and welcome to Dukascopy TV. I'm Andrew Saks-McLeod from Leaprate, and this is the Forex Industry Talk Show. Joining me in the studio today is Luis Sanchez, Chief Executive Officer of BMFN.
Hello, Andrew.
Hello, Luis. Noam Stiekema, Marketing Director of BMFN.
Hello, Andrew.
Hi, Noam. Nice to
meet
see you. And Patrick Oerer, Chief Executive Officer of Unitrader. Hi, Patrick.
Hi, Andrew.
So on today's show, we're going to talk about factors when choosing a Forex broker.
Well, that's a very interesting topic, Andrew. If you realize today, especially in new markets, people are wondering, what do I have to consider when I have to choose between broker A and broker B? And every time they're asking the brokers, the approach is saying, listen, what is your differentiation? But in general, what we have to see is the reality of which are the key elements that will make a person be able to choose which broker he's going to use. So let me start. In my opinion, the first thing you have definitely to see it is regulation. Mm-hmm. If the broker is regulated.
And what type of regulation? Which
exactly.
place?
And not only that, where is regulated?
That's right.
The country of the regulation, and analyze the stability of the country, see the economical situation of the country, the political situation of the country.
And also whether, if you live in a certain country and you're going to be an end user there, whether the regulation of that particular company you're choosing has any jurisdiction over your particular
Correct.
region
Exactly.
as well.
It's not the same thing as having a regulation in Australia, Switzerland, London, than having it offshore.
Yes.
Definitely. So I think this is where you need to start. This is the point A, point number one.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of agree about that, but it really depends on which region we're looking. For example, if you consider Europe, everything is super regulated, sometimes even over-regulated, passported. But if you go to other regions, we still have markets that are not regulated yet.
Correct.
And that are still, if you look on the grow level, they are the biggest contributors. So people tend to make a decision, and interestingly, the industry is all about regulation. However, I doubt that every client goes and follows the regulation.
I'm sure not.
But today
I'm sure
they're
they don't.
asking more and more.
That's true.
But
I
are
think-
you regulated? Are
Right.
you regulated? You're not regulated.
But that's all they ask. They say, are you regulated and where?
But understanding if there's jurisdiction as well is very important. Some jurisdictions won't apply to some clients.
That's right. That's right.
Some clients from certain countries simply just not covered in the event
No,
of
and the thing is, they don't
something goes
realise
wrong.
that.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
There's also, like you say, about new markets. Some of the new markets are still very green in that respect, and they don't necessarily understand what the implications of a regulated brokerage compared to unregulated. Right. And they will say, maybe it's a part of the developing world where they don't have a system for providing the right kinds of documents to a brokerage. So they just open an account with a B-book bucket shop, and then away they go. It's P&L model then, straight right from the beginning.
Exactly.
You are regulated, okay? So comes question number two. That's what the people think. What is the cost of your transaction? I'm sorry? Yes, tell me. What is the cost of the transaction? One broker tells me I have a spread of 1.2 and the other one tells me I have a spread of 1.8. When you make the math and when you run the equations, only by making 2 trades on one lot, let's say daily, at the end of the day, you are saving 30%, 30%. That's huge.
That is huge.
It's massive. Yeah.
Well, I think the market also has shown that clients became much more sophisticated, and then there's such a large choice of brokers. So how do you make the call which one you select? So probably go and you see the website if you like it or not, because what the industry offers is not that diverse from what another broker offers.
Well, that's the thing, and that's the point of that is that websites, especially if you're a new customer that's never really gone onto any of the brokerage websites, what are the criteria? How are they going to choose? All these websites did look the same.
But these web pages, let's say a guy that never has been in this industry goes to any of the web pages of any Forex broker, it's a huge information. It's
that too much.
A lot
Very technical as well.
They
Exactly.
don't understand where to click. They're like lost.
That's right.
And everybody's the same. Everybody's exactly the same.
Band on the top, loads of information underneath.
Exactly. Prices going nuts everywhere, platforms, technology, it's all too much.
And they get bamboozled. Plus, even if they don't get bamboozled, they think, oh, I'll come back to that later.
Yeah.
And they've forgotten which broker it was.
Exactly.
Yeah. Actually, they don't make it simple.
Well, at the end of the day, I still believe that the decision on a client side is still done based on a relationship, either to a brand or to a salesperson. So the
Especially
better
in some cultures.
yeah, the
Japan
better the
particularly.
sales is working, and the better he creates trust and towards the client. More likely the client will go and say, I'm going to choose from A or
Correct.
B.
Yeah.
Right?
But still, there are some minimum requirements that the broker must have.
Absolutely.
To be regulated,
Fully
has to have a
Totally.
good
Price
cost,
important, exactly.
pricing. And then comes the special key, which is, the personalized attention. Definitely.
Yeah.
Latin America, Middle East, are solid things.
But that's becoming more doable by brokerages now, because they're using tech. For example, you have last week, Saxo Bank launched the Saxo Strats,
Correct.
which they push these videos down through the Twitter to smart devices. So they're reaching customers all the time like that, and potential customers who have got demo accounts.
Yeah.
That is a kind of relationship, even though it's an electronic relationship, and that will help them choose that, because they will be thinking about that particular company every time they receive one of these videos.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, the way, even beyond the website with too much information. That is it's quite a good way.
But
of doing it.
Globalization of
That's
the
for
markets,
another-
yeah.
Some markets it may work, but the other ones, like as Patrick say, the personalized relation, it is the key point to consider.
It is.
Also when you have to choose a factor. And even sometimes it's even as stronger that you can even forget about the cost of the transaction. You say, okay, this broker is a little bit more expensive than this, but he provides me personalized attention.
Yeah.
He gives me segregated accounts,
Yes.
custodian banking,
Yes.
educational
Exactly.
videos, tutorials.
I think it is very much dependent on what client level is in terms of trading. Let's say a novice trader will probably look rather for easy facilities,
Yes.
how to fund, how to withdraw, is there any education, any seminars.
And brands that are targeting those clients,
Exactly.
essentially, with the whole
And if
branding,
you're
the
more
message, the digital
advanced,
space.
You probably look on spreads,
Yeah.
or you want a
Cost
better
of trading,
execution.
yeah.
So it is really a question we can probably not put under one hand and say this is the direction.
Absolutely
Oh, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of just last week. There was a trader living in London, in West London, out of the city near Heathrow Airport, in a very innocuous-looking house, and he was very quiet. It just transpired that he allegedly caused the 2010 flash crash because he was, and how he was doing it. They tried to investigate how he was doing it. He was living in a place which is right next to the LD4 server.
Okay.
So they're now saying that he had a time advantage over
Right.
everybody and was able to do. He was doing, spoofing and layering, and which is illegal.
Yeah.
But he was getting a time advantage to do it. So he was quiet, and he obviously did his research. Which broker shall I do this through? Which electronic platform and which venue shall I do it? Where's CME's servers hosted? Right, that's near my house. In fact, it's one of the biggest ones in the world. That's his choice. So he's, like you say, very advanced people like that will choose that way.
Specific,
A novice will choose by what's on their website and ease of use.
But if you really look at it, take a point of view from the client. Clients are coming to websites, there's a lot of information. You've really got two types of clients. You've got retail clients that know absolutely nothing about the industry, and you have your retail clients, which are professional traders. Right?
That's a self-perpetuating problem.
Well,
because,
in theory,
that example where this guy made $27 million doing what he was doing, by the way, and then by not placing any orders, cancelling his orders and getting out.
Yeah.
And the thing is that he will carry on doing that and become successful.
Yes.
That guy who is a novice, who's looking at the website, is going not by any of where the infrastructure is and how it works. He's going by ease of use.
Exactly.
And the ease of use is sometimes a broker where he will never manage to make a profit from that.
Yeah.
They might trade against him. He doesn't know how it works.
All sorts,
so it's self-perpetuating in a way.
Yeah. But from a broker's point of view as well, you've got an issue with value propositions. Everybody's providing 24-hour customer support 6 days a week. Everybody's got amazing prices. Everybody's offering free education. So for brokers, it becomes really difficult to set yourself aside and offer something specific, some kind of value to two types of markets. Your absolute beginners
and not only
the experienced
that,
traders.
it's not only two types of markets. Then it comes again the segregation of the market itself.
Yeah.
Where you're from. You're Middle East, you're Asia, you're Latin America, you're European.
Yeah.
So it's the whole key elements that comes together at the end to make a decision from the broker's perspective to be applicable to the client.
Yes, that's right. That's exactly right.
It has truly become a very competitive market. But the good thing is that we're moving. The entire market is moving into regulation and is really growing as a recognized financial product.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the landscape of the banks. How many banks are out there? But everyone needs a bank account. So
Exactly,
how do people make their decision which bank I'm going to open?
Yeah.
So either they know someone
It's
or it's close
localized,
by.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the brokerage will at a certain time also grow in that direction. I mean, that's
Yes.
at least what I
Right.
expect.
Theory, yeah, exactly.
And you know,
Yeah.
just to round that off, banks are starting to do that by having geo-targeting. So if you're walking around Manhattan and Merrill Lynch,
They'll send you a
they'll
message
send
to
you,
your phone.
"Are you
Right.
near here?"
Yeah.
You are here,
Right.
pass by, have
Yeah.
a coffee with me.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
a very
So
interesting
that is a
thing.
very interesting point.
Yeah.
We'll definitely get to that on the next show.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. That was very interesting indeed.
Gentlemen,
Thank
thank you.
Thank you, Andrew.
I'm Andrew Saks-McLeod from Leaprate. This is Dukascopy TV. You're watching the Forex Industry Talk Show. Join us again next time. Goodbye.